Welcome to the Putt Crew. I'm your captain, Camille, and I have my alternates with me.
I'm Mal.
And I'm Robert.
And today we're diving into chapters 10 and 11 of The Long Game. So here are your spoiler warnings, edgelords.
There could be spoilers.
And there could be edgelords.
Spoilers for this section. There's a lot of edging.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And some overstim, but it's fun.
Lots of jizzing and splizzing all over Shane's face. Not all over the place. Shane's face. Okay, and then we do want to remind you guys, hi, hello, you're probably noticing you're hearing ads. You can go ad-free. Join us on Patreon. $5 a month will get you ad-free. It will also get you a fun sticker. You can get the Pit Crew or the Putt Crew logo, and you'll have access to a monthly live stream with us, which is also very fun.
And for $10, you can also get a bonus episode every month. We just talked about episode 1 of Off Campus, and I did not have fun.
Yeah, if you're a fan of Off Campus, that's not the episode for you. Maybe wait until next month's bonus episode.
And a lot of people are probably going to get mad at that again, and they're going to be like, oh my God, why don't you like it? And it's like, we just don't. Sorry.
Sorry to the Off Campus enjoyers. No judgment. You like what you like. I dislike what I dislike, you know?
Patreon voted for it. We thought that the other options would win. We put up a poll for that tier. And unfortunately, they wanted us to talk about Off Campus. And we had put in the option for voting, do not choose this option if you like Off Campus. It won.
We also have an Etsy shop. We have a couple new stickers. Very exciting. I really love the bumper sticker that says, when I crash, take me to the pit. For those Pit fans out there, 10 out of 10.
Also, for those who celebrate today, the day we're recording is August 1st. So happy Yowie Day and happy Spider-Man Day.
Woo!
Do your part by celebrating this holiday by having Spider-Man kiss Human Torch, because that's usually who he's shipped with in the comics.
Yeah, exactly. And also, I do celebrate Spider-Man Day. I've had a Velcro Spider-Man wallet for years, and my mother hates it and is like, you're an adult, get a real wallet. No, Mom. I love wallets made for 8-year-old boys.
She loves whimsy.
Today's also apparently National Girlfriend. There's a lot of days today. It's gay. It's gay and it's Spider-Man.
None of us
That's
can celebrate National Girlfriend Day.
Fellas, August 1st is just be gay and watch Spider-Man or read Spider-Man.
So I was up until 3 a.m. watching like a Storm Chasers show on HBO. And like, I'll tell you what, I still love those shows. It never gets old. I grew up. There were 2 white men that I grew up watching religiously on TV, okay? Josh Gates and Reid Timmer. My little brothers and I always watched, what was it? It was like Ghost Adventures? Is that what the show was called? Or it was like Discovery?
Ghost Adventures, and then I think it changed
no, not Ghost Adventures. It was called, no, was it?
None of the words that you're saying have any meaning.
It might have been
me.
Ghost Adventures, and then I think it changed its name to a different thing.
It was like Discover.
Not to one up Camille, I did stay up till 5 a.m. reading fan fiction.
Not to one up both of you, I stayed up till 11 p.m. and then went to sleep and picked up an extra shift to my job.
Destination Truth. That's what it was called. Destination Truth.
That, unfortunately, feels like a travel company for, like, MAGA.
Well, okay. But it was like a Discovery Channel thing, but they would go to like haunted places or places where there were like urban legends. And so they have like an episode on like the Chupacabra, and there was an episode where they went to this place called the Island of the Dolls. It's literally, please Google this place. It's an island where they have like dolls hanging from the trees, and there's like dolls everywhere. It's absolutely terrifying. Oh, it was called Ghost Adventures. Wait, what the fuck? Okay, so maybe he has 2 shows that I watched. I know he's big on like everything. That, and then Reid Timmer, we always watched him chasing storms. And so now I've been sucked into that, and I watched the docuseries that they had on the Idaho 4, which was like, there's actually like a bunch of like crime scene footage and police interviews and like never before seen stuff in that docuseries, which is crazy.
You watch so many things, Camille.
I love documentaries, docuseries, stuff like that. That case still blows my mind. I remember it happening and like how much the internet tried to get involved, even though it was like, please stop. You are an armchair detective. Please step back. Like, you are not making anything better.
The internet almost never does.
No, but I was watching it and I was so impressed at how they were able to solve that case. Like how intelligent the investigation was. So often you watch an investigation and you're just like, what the fuck are you guys doing? And that's when it takes like 20 years to solve a case. But this one, I mean, it's so sad though. Good God. So yeah, watch that. If you remember that case, that was on Netflix. I watched that. And I was like, holy shit. They've got interviews with the families and everything.
Great. Would anyone like to talk about gay hockey now?
Maybe.
Because I would.
Okay.
Chapter 10.
Once again, we're going to spend a lot of episodes in October. It is still October of 2020, but this time we are in LA. Fresh, fancy new location. Have we ever had a scene in LA?
I don't think so.
I hope when Shane got here, I need Party in the USA to be playing, hopped off the plane at LAX with a dream and a cardigan.
My cardigan.
Shane is shopping with Rose as promised last chapter.
And she immediately calls him sexy, and somewhere in Canada, Ilya Rozanov is cocking his gun.
He learned from Noah Wiley.
It was like he's pulling his cocked gun out.
He's pulling his cock out.
And, okay, the way this is described is very interesting to me. So, quote, shopping with one of the biggest movie stars in the world did not mean, as Shane had expected, going to a mall. It meant private shopping sessions at tiny designer-owned boutiques. Now, why the fuck does this man think Rose Landry is going to the mall? Does Shane go to the mall?
Like, hey Shane, do you want to go to Ross Dress for Less?
Yeah, I was like, you got Shane just like in a JC Penney looking at pants? What?
Like, if I recall, didn't he get like a fashion consultant or designer or whatever in the last
stylist?
book? Yeah, why the fuck did I forget the word stylist? And I'm like, was the stylist just there for advice, or did the stylist get him the clothes? Like, how much money did Shane's family have pre-hockey career? Was his childhood full of going to like the Gap and Target, or
his mom bought his clothes? So like it is specific. Well, I guess this is show specific. It's like that linen shirt that he wears all the time. His mom bought for him, and so that's why it's always slightly wrinkly. Is because he doesn't put that much effort into his clothes to like iron that. But he's like, my mom bought this for me, so I'm going to wear this for my mom.
Well, it's just funny that like his idea of clothes shopping, despite like being a celebrity himself, like his idea of clothes shopping is going to the mall, which is just like so normal. Put Shane Hollander in a Hot Topic.
No, put Shane Hollander in a Spencer's.
Yes. Shane would love a Spencer's. All the sex toys, you kidding me?
I'm like imagining Ilya with armfuls of things at both Hot Topic and Spencer's, and Shane's like, I'm not paying for that.
I can't go in there. They have dildos. And Ilya's like, we literally use those like nightly. Anyway.
Meanwhile, Ilya's walking out with like a bunch of shirts and he's like, Hollander, they had Panic at the Disco shirts. I love Panic at the Disco.
What is this accent?
Terrible Russian. I have never... Listen, I can't do a Russian accent, and for our PITT fans, I can't do a Philly accent. We fucking know this.
Baby Jane Doe!
Baby Jane Doe.
No.
Also, Rose is not here to shop for herself. She is simply here to dress Shane up like her little doll. And I think that's her right to do with her gay ex-boyfriend.
Exactly. You know what? You use me as a beard, I get to dress you up like a Polly Pocket. End of story. And then I get to chew on the clothes.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't think Shane's clothes are quite as satisfying to munch on.
Munch, munch, munch. Yum, yum, yum.
Shane is now wearing an ivory-colored silk t-shirt that was basically transparent and cost more than most people earned in a month. We get it. You're rich. It looked like something Ilya would wear.
Okay, so here's the thing. This is very much like the difference between Rose's shopping and Shane's shopping, right? Like Shane buys sensible cars and wears mostly athletic clothes and tries to branch out. But I also think this whole scene is very about like the hair. Like we talked about last time, growing out the hair is his self-expression. This is another like he's letting someone else who knows him that he trusts dress him up and gas him up over it, you know? And like this is a person who knows like, look at your juicy butt.
And when she says, look at that ass, Ilya has now aimed the gun that he was cocking earlier.
Noah Wiley in the back is like, take the shot.
No!
He can feel it from across the continent. That's me assuming that Ilya is in Ottawa right now, but...
No, Ilya hired Noah Wiley to shoot Shane Hollander.
That's why he went to Head Smashed in Buffalo Joe.
Well, listen to our PITT episodes. I promise you these jokes are funnier if you listen to our PITT episodes.
And please continue to tell us when you start watching it because of us. We love hearing that shit. We kickle our feet. That's amazing.
Yeah, every time. Someone's like, I started the pit because of you guys. I'm like, what? Are we influencers?
Someone's gonna need the pit this episode. And then Shane is like, the pants do make me look really good. Like, my butt and my thighs look really good in this because they're kind of like stretchy a little bit.
Those are the best kind of pants.
Yeah.
And then Rose is like, try on this leather bomber jacket, which is short because, of course, juicy butt. With the long hair and the jacket, he looks like trouble. And I'm imagining Shane in that little leather jacket in the hotel with his thumbs in his pockets. And it's like, Ilya, I like trouble, the trouble. And it's Shane standing there with his thumbs in his pockets.
Oh my God. I love how Shane thinks he looks different, like himself, but cooler. And it's so funny. Shane's not cool. I love the man, but like, God. He's like, oh yeah, I have a bomber jacket on. I'm cool now. I'm like, buddy, no, that's not how it works. You're still a fucking nerd.
No, it's incredibly funny to me that this is like the most jock man of all time. Like, he is the reigning Stanley Cup champion. He is the captain of his hockey team. He won the MVP. Like, he's a very, like, jock guy. And yet, he's just, like, kind of a loser.
He's kind of just a little guy.
He's just a little 200-pound guy.
I also really liked the fact that Shane recognizes here that he looks different, but still looks like himself. I like the metaphor, like the deeper meaning of that is just that Shane is like, things can change on the outside, but I'm still myself. Like, I like that he's learning that he can change things and still be himself.
He's learning the same lesson that Shrek learned in Shrek 2.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
I think he's also, like, sort of learning who he is and being okay with being who he is, you know? Because I think he spent so long, like, we spent so long with Shane in the Torment Nexus in Heated Rivalry, like, just hating everything about himself. And now he's not like, oh, look at me in the mirror, I look totally different, totally cool. No, I look like myself, but I look cool in this outfit, which I think is important. That's growth.
He's like, I feel most like myself when I'm naked, legs akimbo. But hey.
Well, we'll get there, Shane. Rose then pays for everything.
Rich people love to buy other rich people shit.
Yeah.
It pisses. Buy me shit.
No, I'm like, Rose Landry, if you're looking for a sugar baby, I'm available, actually.
The paparazzi, they're outside taking photos of them, and Shane says that the level of public scrutiny that Rose faces makes his life as a hockey player seem private. It's fucking crazy, man. Leave celebrities alone.
Rose wants to go get tacos. Unfortunately, Shane has his crazy diet, which I've stopped counting, but Shane's diet mentioned number whatever.
Somebody explained to Shane the concept of going to Chipotle and getting a nice burrito bowl. Like, you can get a burrito bowl without any carbs.
I'm like, okay, if you go to a taco restaurant, most of them have like a taco salad or like a taco bowl or something, I would assume.
And you can just be like, hey, can you like not give me rice? And then they'll look at you like, okay, sure. And they'll give you a fucking bowl of meat and lettuce and cheese. And like, that's the kind of stuff you need in your fuck ass diet.
Cheese. He doesn't eat cheese. He's basically vegan right now.
Vegan? But he eats meat, which is like the number one.
Sorry. Well, what I'm thinking is like, okay, sorry. I was wrong.
He's
I
vegan,
just mean, like,
except he eats meat.
He doesn't, stop. But you kind of understood what I was saying, is that I was saying, like, he doesn't eat dairy. He's not doing dairy right now.
Yes, that makes sense. However,
okay,
I assume he's...
Stop it.
Okay.
Stop it.
Like, he probably also
Stop
eats
bullying me. God damn it.
Camille, what do you think vegan is? No,
shut the fuck up. Oh my God, I said the wrong thing.
Rose is excited to finally make a lunch date that she could eat real food. So like that's also, I guess she has her also strict extreme diet. To be fair, every time I hear about like celebrities in like, I imagine she's filming for one of these like X-Men parody movies, right?
Parody.
Yeah, and if she's essentially Mystique, like she is naked, basically.
Yeah, she's got to be toned as fuck. Hearing all the stories of like, especially like since we're talking about X-Men, Hugh Jackman, for example, how like for shoots for movies and stuff, he's dehydrated as fuck so that it could really accentuate his muscles. It's like, that's terrible. Please drink water.
What she's implying here is that like she can't eat real food with other people in Hollywood. They eat like rabbit food, basically. And so she's like, I could go with Shane and eat actual food and not feel bad about ordering like fries and stuff, because Shane's gonna eat whatever, but Shane's not eating whatever. He ain't eating cod fritters. But then Shane's like, sorry, like I have this crazy diet right now. So he goes through this whole list of like all the things that he can't eat. And then God bless her, this is why she's a great friend. She comes up with something. Like she's like, okay, they go get poke. Which, by the way, I will say, I didn't realize until I got braces, like you can't have sushi. Devastating for me because I love sushi because like the seaweed can get all wrapped up in your braces and like you can't put that much food in your mouth at once and like chew like that. I went to the place where I like to get sushi and I said, can you make me like a crunchy shrimp roll? Someone's going to be like, that's not real sushi. Fuck off. Can you make me like a crunchy shrimp roll and just dump all the ingredients in a bowl instead? And they said yes. And it's like, it's made me so happy. I've been there like 3 or 4 times recently because, ugh.
No, okay, I was reading, like, about them going to get poke, and I was like, I swear to God, if Shane Hollander orders some bullshit like his poke bowl with no rice and, like, salad instead, I'm gonna kill him. And then I read the rest of the page, and I was like, fucking kale? Somehow that's worse! The fuck is his problem? Like, the not eating rice is crazy to me because I'm like, okay, you need carbs. You need healthy carbs. And like brown rice is a great carb. How are you a professional athlete who is not eating carbs? Like I can't wrap my mind around that.
Shout out to potatoes, which are like the best carbs ever. Fucking love potatoes.
Yeah, but is Shane eating potatoes or are those
No, he's not. He's not eating any goddamn carbs. I have not heard about this man eating a single fucking carb. And like, here's the thing. I don't think he's not doing keto.
Carbs are the energy you need to do athletics. Like, why the fuck are you not eating carbs?
Because he wants to prove that he's in control. Yeah.
He's not doing keto from what I can gather, unless it's like alluding to keto. And then Rachel Reid just never said the words keto out loud in the book. But like keto is really great for weight loss. It's not really great for like maintaining your
meat.
Your like your meat, yeah. And also when I say keto is great for weight loss, the one time I was on keto and I lost a bunch of weight, I looked like a pancake because I had like no muscle. I just lost a bunch of fat.
Yeah. My question is, like, how is he getting enough calories when everyone's like, Shane doesn't eat anything. Shane eats bird food. I'm like, but surely he has to be eating a lot of bird. Like, I don't understand.
Do we have any nutritionists that listen that might have an idea? Does anybody work in nutrition and listen to this podcast? And if you have an idea of what this diet might be like, could you please email us, pitcrewpodcast@gmail.com? Please, please, please. I would love that.
We would love to know.
Anyway, they're eating their poke bowls and Rose asks how things are with ...
You know.
And Shane says, really great.
Rose asks if they have plans to go public. Shane says no. She asks if he's okay with that. And Shane says, quote, most days... He thought he was fine hiding. They had a long-range plan, and Shane wanted to stick to it. That was easy and organized and safe. But some days, it would be nice to be open about our relationship. Most of the time, the hiding doesn't bother me, but sometimes the unfairness of it all makes me furious. The other guys on the team get to talk about their wives and girlfriends and have them come to team events and stuff. They have kids and, I don't know, lives beyond hockey that they can be proud of. Ugh, the queer experience.
This is another example of it doesn't seem like he has. I really wish Shane would say this to Ilya when he gets those days where he's furious. I wish he would like unleash that rather than just getting annoyed at Ilya or frustrated with Ilya and fighting about other things. I wish he would tell Ilya what he was actually mad at so that they could get on the same page and maybe reevaluate if Shane is amenable to that, but so that Ilya could help him. And also, Ilya wouldn't feel so alone. Neither of them would feel so alone in this if they just talked about it.
Again, neither Shane nor Ilya is the villain here. The real villain is men's inability to communicate.
And homophobia.
I just feel this last bit so hard because I'm just like, why is my sexuality and like who I choose to love, like, why is this a political statement? Like, I just want to love who I love. Like, I want to be allowed to do this thing. Like, what the fuck, dude? I also, the way he says the plan is easy, organized, and safe.
Mm-hmm.
Just, those are very Shane words to me. Like, I'm just like, easy, organized, safe.
I don't think he's ever wanted that from his relationship with Ilya, for it to be easy, organized, or safe, and it's never been any of those things.
Mm-hmm.
So why does he feel the need to find a box that is those 3 things to put it in?
Well, I'm thinking about, like, the good Canadian boy of it all. Because I also think, like, him saying that it's easy, it's very clearly not easy. Like, it is very clearly weighing on both of them, and, like, looking at his anxiety and this, like, need for control he has that's, like, manifesting itself in, like, the weird food stuff. Like, it's clearly not easy. And I think, like, I don't know. He puts so much pressure on himself to be perfect. And I think this is kind of part of that. And I wonder if it's because, like, his whole life, he's been putting everything into a box to make it seem easy, organized, and safe. And he's just like, this is just another thing that has to fit into that, like, perfect box that is Shane Hollander. Like, everything in my life is easy, organized, and safe, at least from the outside, and no one has to know that I am here in a pressure cooker of my own making.
I think that what he means is, when he says easy, I think he means, like, the general effect of it is easy, because when it's a secret, it's just affecting him and Ilya, and he can, like, he thinks he can manage that. But if they're out, it's everybody, and he can't control that. So when he says easy, I think that's what he means is, like, easier to control.
Right.
Yeah.
Which is why he's exerting so, like, insane levels of control in every other aspect of his life right now. But I think that, like, changing the wardrobe, changing the hair are these moments of that control, and him just, like, rupturing that control, finding a way to do that because he needs that.
Yeah, it feels to me like Shane has been so controlled about everything his entire life. And he's finally starting to do these little things just because, like, he needs something. Like he's letting his hair grow long just because, like, there needs to be something.
It's the little green blade of grass growing up. It's the weed growing up in the concrete, in the crack in the concrete, you know?
Like, I think about the fact that, like, his mom thinks his hair is too long. Like, has he ever disappointed his mom before?
Shane Hollander, will you disappoint them?
Is this the first time that he's, like, slightly disappointing his mom? You know, I'm gonna let my hair be long. I'm gonna do something that's, like, slightly rebellious.
You know, every time Shane thinks he's disappointing his parents, he realizes that he actually hasn't, or, like, the truth is that he hasn't. And so, like, he thinks he's disappointed his parents by being gay. He thinks he's disappointed his parents by being with Ilya, but neither of those things are true. Both of those things have worked out very fine with his parents, like, very well, really. And he thinks that, like, if he grows his hair out, like, he might see that as a disappointment to his mom, but it isn't. She's just like, oh, that's not my baby boy anymore. This is new for her. She's seeing new sides of Shane that have taken him a long time to show.
Ugh, Shane Hollander, what a fascinating, fascinating guy.
Yeah. We're Shaniacs.
I want to put him in a jar and shake him like a bug.
Okay. Wow.
I feel like I've said something akin to this in a previous episode, but Shane and Rose having this conversation, I kind of know, and this is, like, something that, like, I don't care that I got spoiled because I don't know how it happens, but I kind of know that Shane and Ilya get outed in this book. And the amount of casual relationship talking in public, even if it's quiet or if they're not mentioning names out loud or whatever, I really wonder if they're being as careful as they think they are. Like, when they get outed or when someone finds out or whatever, I wonder if it's more of, like, someone intentionally wanting to cause harm, or Ilya and Shane in a moment of wanting comfort and love and all that, just, like, sort of drop the act for a second and aren't as careful as they should be. That's just what I'm throwing out there.
You think, like, the finger touch on the back, like the drawing the heart on his back, is, like, foreshadowing?
Kinda, yeah.
Okay.
And I'm saying all that, of course, looking away so that Mal and Camille's faces do not give away what I'm getting right or wrong.
Faces.
We've had straight faces.
Neither of you are straight.
Well, that's true.
Here's the thing with, like, the paparazzi following them and whatever, even if some lucky paparazzi's in the corner and here's, like, oh, there's a ... you know who in Shane Hollander's life,
Right.
Who could it be? That's still not being as safe as I think they should be. Or they are not should be, that they're trying to be.
Yeah, we're definitely implying here that there is a secret relationship. And I feel like any queer person who was overhearing this and hears him talking about, like, not being able to bring a partner to team events the same way his, like, teammates can bring their wives and girlfriends, like, a queer person would be like, ha, clocked. That bitch wants to bring a man to his team events. But I feel like, you know, heteronormativity is a hell of a drug. And so I feel like other people overhearing would just assume, like, Shane Hollander is in a secret relationship and leave it at that. I don't know.
I don't think that there's any hockey media that's out there, like, and who knows, maybe I'm ignorant, but, like, I don't think that there's any hockey media out there who are like, I'm gonna out a gay player. Like, I don't think, because they don't even really think, unless, you know, after heated rivalry, you know, everything has changed a bit.
So Rose asks what Ilya wants, and Shane says the same, I think. He said he wants to wait, but also that he'd come out at any time if I wanted it. Shane, baby, that's not the same.
What do you mean you don't know? Also, yeah, no, that's not the same. Yeah, no. The fact that we haven't had all of our conversations about this have been kind of like implied. We haven't actually sat down and communicated. This is what I really want. These are the concessions I'm willing to make for you. We've had these moments like during sex scenes where we like for a second talk about it and then we move on. Like I would come out right now if it would make you happy, if it was what you wanted, I would do it right now, right? From my dinner with Hayden. And then if you want to hide and he's like, I'm fine, I'm yours, yes, then everything is fine. And so it's so frustrating to me that I'm just like, please sit down and actually speak about like, these are the things that I want. These are the things that I can be flexible about. Like that is how you build a partnership.
Yes. Right. It feels as if, you know, they had this like radical honesty at the cottage initially when they were getting together and they just like haven't done that since. And I'm like, you need to have a weekend, okay, where you get together. And you're just like, okay, we're going to tell each other everything that we're feeling. Because I'm like, how have you not spoken to each other in the 3 years that you've been together? Because what the fuck?
Again, I'm all for the next book taking place pretty much directly after this one. I would also like at least a short story of some point in those 3 years where Shane and Ilya like made an attempt at communication and it failed. And they just like moved on to sex.
And then I love that Rose's response is, he loves you so much. Because she's recognizing that what Shane is saying is, Ilya's going to do whatever I want. Even if Shane doesn't hear that that's what he's saying, that is what he's saying. And Rose is picking up on that. And so she, in her roundabout way, is trying to be like, do you hear what you're saying? So she's trying to just be like, he loves you so much. Like she's softening him. Yeah.
And I'm obsessed with the way that it is written that Shane turned the color of his raw tuna.
Yo, this tuna's raw? Anyway.
You're like, oh, he's red.
He's pink, red, however you want to view it. And I love, it's such a simple literary device, but I just love it so much.
And then Rose offers some very excellent advice, I think, to Shane. Her advice from someone who is under a microscope is as follows. Do what makes you happy, live how you want, love who you want. People will judge you, hate you, criticize you, but plenty more will support you and love you. And in the end, no one matters except the people you care about. Your parents support you, your best friends support you. Who are you really worried about? Like, the biggest thing, Shane's got to stop worrying so much about the outside before it ruins what he's got going on inside. You know?
Shane says he's not really sure what he's worried about, and he's not sure if he's worried about like the league or the fans or his teammates. And so Rose asks about his teammates, and she says, are they being an asshole about you being gay? And Shane's like, I can tell that some of them don't love it, but like they keep quiet about it. I don't know if even the openly supportive guys would be okay with me and, you know.
And I will say, we did get a comment, and I can't remember from who, and I'm so sorry if this was you, but somebody said that, you know, Shane picks up on patterns, and the one person on his team who does know about him and Ilya, it's not great. Hayden, like, sort of barely tolerates Ilya. And so I think he looks at that, and he's like, if Hayden is my best friend, and this is so hard for him, like, the rest of my team can't handle this.
I will say this is, so people are like, ugh, you guys, I feel like I have to protect Shane. No, you don't. Listen, because I'm going to shit on Ilya for a second. Ilya does not do himself any favors. He doesn't try to make himself seem like a better person. He doesn't behave better. He doesn't stop antagonizing people as much. He doesn't become more genuine with people and like have any moments with people. He doesn't allow them to see below that like asshole persona that he's built for himself. And that's hard for Shane because Shane is trying to be like, look at my boyfriend. Like, and then he knows, like, one of the big things for Shane is he's like, people would hate if I was with Ilya because Ilya's a dick. And Ilya's not doing himself any favors. He's not doing Shane any favors. He's not trying to do anything with that image. He's using it to protect himself instead of thinking about the harm that it does to Shane.
That is true. Yeah.
Like, again, yeah, it's like with My Dinner with Hayden. Ilya, you need to put in the effort. You don't have to prove to people why you belong together, but like you do have to like make it easier on Shane.
Well, and I do think it is so easy in this book to look at the ways that Ilya is like really, really struggling and be like, Shane is the villain here, which like, to be clear, I do not think that.
No, clearly the villain is clearly the popcorn vendor.
Right. The villain is the popcorn vendor that's going to poison them. Robert, you really threw me off with the popcorn. Hold on. Let me get my thought back. No, but I think like in all the ways that like Shane is making it difficult for them to come out by being so anxious about it, Ilya is also making it difficult for them to come out by like being a dick.
Yes, Ilya is making it so that people would never like, you know, like Ryan and Fabian and how like people don't ever believe that we're together. People can't ever believe that we're a couple. And Shane's like, yeah, I know the feeling. And it's like, yeah, Ilya, can you do anything? Can you at least show people a little bit, just a little something of why Shane loves you? Can you at least have, so like when people find out, they don't look back and go, I don't see it. You know, like, what? What do you see in him?
And I mean, I also think like there are people who recognize that Ilya is a great and nice person, but Ilya doesn't open up to people is also the thing. Like the Centaurs don't know him because he hasn't opened up to them. He doesn't spend time with them. Like he keeps his cards very close to his chest. And that doesn't really help. And I mean, there is no amount of like not being an asshole, I think, that like would make Shane's team okay with them dating. And that's just has less to do with Ilya, honestly, than just them being homophobic, but you know.
But even with Hayden, like you have to give him quite a bit of time, but he does understand. He does get it. He does like, he's great with kids. My kids love him. He'd be a good dad. You guys would be good dads. I like that he's asking Shane about kids in the future. Like, yeah, does he love this? No, but also he is like asking Shane questions. Hey, how about the future, bud? What do you got? You guys want kids? You know, like.
I really hate that the realist conversations that Shane has had about the future have been with like Hayden and Rose now.
Those are his best friends.
Talk to your fucking boyfriend.
I was gonna say that's like the person you should be talking about your future with.
You know, when you have a history of not talking for 10 years, you're not just gonna suddenly start talking.
And I mean, I guess if he's willing to start having these conversations with other people, eventually that will trickle down to talking to the person he really needs
your
to talk to.
Your life partner? Oh, good. Yeah.
Right. For sure.
Trickle down economics, because we all know that works really well.
Thank you, Ronald Reagan.
So Rose then asks about their agent and says it's good that they told her because they'll want her on their side when things go sideways. Sorry, if things go sideways, but also like the feeling is when. And Shane asks if she thinks things are going to go sideways, and Rose says, you know, it's really not likely that you're going to be able to keep this secret as long as you want. And Shane's like, well, I guess we should make a plan B. And I'm like, this man who loves his plan so much.
No. Shane loves plan A.
Plan A is just a plan that he hobbled together randomly at like 2 a.m. at the cottage.
Yes.
Once. If you will pay attention to the meme that I made that we will post when this episode comes out.
It's a good meme.
Shane is not capable of getting pregnant. He has never had to worry about plan B. Okay? So he loves his plan A, and he's never needed a plan B.
Yeah, but I mean...
Until he's like, oh, fuck, I should have taken one.
You know, thinking about it, like, really, what is plan B? Because, like, your worst case is kind of like, oh, we get outed. Plan B is just like, okay, we have to deal with that. Like, I mean, I kind of understand why we don't have a plan B, but also, like Robert said, my guy, you cobbled together a plan at 2 a.m. at the cottage, and you have clung to that plan so hard the last 3 years. Like, that's a long time to stick to a plan and make no edits. Like, you gotta revisit. You gotta reestablish.
Anyway, Shane asks Rose if she's seeing anyone, and she says no, that she wants to find a nice, normal guy like a bookstore owner, aka the plot of Notting Hill. And then she suggests several other romance tropey jobs, such as flower shop owner or baker, because she loves bread. And I'm like, these are absolutely Hallmark movie plots.
I need to know if Rose Landry reads fan fiction, because a lot of the, like, flower shop AU? Are you kidding me? Rose Landry would fuck up a flower shop AU.
When I don't know anything about Notting Hill, but when I see the words Notting Hill, like from just the title alone, I would have assumed it was like a horror. So is it not?
I mean, just from the title alone, I would have assumed there was a werewolf romance novel.
Yeah, but... Robert, I knew that's where you were going to go. As soon as you
started to talk, I was like, oh shit. Here we go.
As soon as I started to talk,
someone has made a Notting Hill Omega-verse. Like,
oh, absolutely. It's always so funny to me when y'all are like, Robert needs to talk more. And then when I talk, they're like, oh, fuck, he's talking.
Robert, talk less challenge. Speaking of a baker and bread, Shane says he misses bread, and Rose asks if the diet is worth it. Does he feel better? And he says yes, but it might be the discipline that makes him feel better, not the food.
As someone who's losing weight, bread is never worth getting lean. Eat all the bread you want.
Hell yeah.
I saw once an influencer who was like, oh, you don't know what to eat? Dude, if it didn't exist 100 years ago, don't eat it. I'm like, cool. That's permission to eat as much fucking bread as I want, because bread has been around for a long goddamn time.
Listen, carbs are energy. Bread is energy.
You know what I ate at midnight last night?
Bread.
A whole package of...
Whoa!
a whole package of bacon.
Oh, that's good.
Oh.
I had to cook it in the oven because my microwave's broken.
No!
That microwave is like the third best way to cook bacon.
Microwave.
Microwave.
You guys know that's an onomatopoeia, right?
It's not.
Yes, it is. Listen, microwave.
Robert, stop.
Well, I'm so confused.
Microwave.
Oh my god. So, if you say it again, I swear to God, don't.
After he says this, Rose goes, wow, this just turned into therapy. Great idea! Shane, you should see a therapist!
Nah, he's fine, guys. What are you talking about? He has his diet, he has his boyfriend, he's winning Stanley Cups. Like I said last episode, it doesn't seem like there's a lot antagonizing Shane. There's not a lot that seems to like really be bothering him other than like, I would like to go public with my relationship, but I have this plan.
See, my thing is not that like there's nothing that's bothering Shane. I think that like everything has bothered Shane his entire life so much that he's made it so that like what's
That's
another
his baseline?
thing? Yeah, like what's another thing to worry about?
Well, think about it, Michael. What does unresolved trauma cost? $10?
Right, exactly. Because very clearly there's a lot of things that Shane is not thinking about or addressing at all times.
You know what? I would like to talk to the Metro's team or the Montreal team doctor, because I want to understand why the fuck he thinks that this whole diet thing is like, anyway. And you know what? Maybe it is a perfectly fine diet. Maybe it is. Maybe it's gone through all of the checks and balances and everybody's signed off on it. But I'm also just like, is nobody noticing that something is going on here?
I feel like the Metros or the Voyagers, they're the Voyagers in the book, aren't they? They're missing a lot when it comes to Shane. Like,
because they don't actually like Shane.
Yeah, they like the hockey that he plays.
Captain Hollander.
Yeah, just, ugh.
So
God, poor Shane.
Shane says that he likes to practice discipline and self-control and be rewarded for it. That's all. And Rose is like, ooh.
Okay, but again, with the if I do everything right and am perfect, nothing bad will ever happen. Like,
nothing
if I am disciplined,
wrong.
it's kind of giving the like model minority, you know? Like, if I am perfect, nothing bad can ever happen. Like, I have to be this perfect Canadian boy who plays perfect hockey and no one will ever be mad at me and I will get to play hockey forever. Like, he's doing all these things because he's like, I need to play hockey.
And it's like, Shane, trees don't break because they bend.
You can also find somewhere to play hockey that's going to appreciate all of you and not just the goals that you score, you know?
Yeah. I love personally that Rose is like teasing him and then Shane's like, shut up and eat your poke. And she goes, is that an order, sir? And he's like, that doesn't even make sense. That doesn't make sense.
I would be the submissive one in this scenario. You're not even
like,
doing it right.
My role.
Shane's like, I didn't tell you that I prefer to be the hole rather than the peg for you to act like I wouldn't be submissive. He does say, the truth was, he did like it when he and Ilya played with a bit of discipline in the bedroom. Shane wasn't into punishment or shame, but he loved it when Ilya made things ... challenging and then rewarded Shane for it. Shane loves getting good grades in sex.
Which is normal to want and achieve.
I feel like Ilya should invest in some, like, great work or, like, gold star stickers that, like, teachers have and should start giving them to Shane after sex. Like, I feel like Shane would really like that.
I thought this was funny foreshadowing. I thought this was good foreshadowing. And so Rose is going to be at his game in a Montreal jersey the next day. And Shane says that's going to cause a scene. And, you know, the paparazzi might think that, like, we're together again. And Shane's thought is, well, that wouldn't hurt, except Ilya would never let him hear the end of it. I hate that wouldn't hurt because he's already backsliding.
I know.
I'm like, no, Shane, no.
I kind of have a feeling, though, that even once Ilya and Shane are married and like have been married for a long time, anytime Rose is in the picture, there's going to be like are Shane and Rose back together?
Shane Hollander cheating on Ilya Rosanov? Yeah, it's gonna, absolutely.
Now, it'd be extra funny if like they're getting dinner together and the media is like, Rose Landry's secret third?
Shane has to come out like 6 different times. Guys, I'm gay.
And Ilya's like, I'm not.
They're at a table, all 3 of them, for dinner, and there's a paparazzi outside shooting through the window. And Ilya, they framed it so that there's like a pole or like a support beam right in the way blocking Ilya. And like you can just see his sneaker or something. And then you can see Shane and Rose like looking at something on the phone or something, you know, so they're like super close. And everyone's like, oh my God. And Ilya's just going to see it and be like, I was right there. That's my shoe. Shane is talking about how he doesn't know when he's going to see Rose again, and he like kind of already misses her, and he wishes that she lived closer, and she's going to shoot a movie in Romania.
What are the tax incentives to shoot in Romania? That really decides.
That's a good question.
I'm like, these days, that really decides where a production films, like the tax incentives and like, is it cheaper to film here versus there? Like, what are the tax incentives to shoot in Romania?
I was thinking of like The Crowaning too.
Yeah, where did they shoot that?
What country was that? It was Bosnia. Yeah, it's The Crows Have Eyes, The Crowaning. Rose hugs Shane, and she whispers for Shane to tell Ilya that she said hi, and also come up with a backup plan.
And as he watched her drive away, a ball of tension formed inside his stomach, expanding into his chest. There was no backup plan. If he and Ilya were found out, they were fucked.
Gee, you know how to solve the fact that there's no backup plan? Make one, you dumbass.
Yeah, well, and I'm like, okay, secret third option, instead of waiting to be fucked, like, come up with a reasonable time frame in which you can take matters into your own hands and make this decision before the decision is taken from you.
As Rose said, prepare for the worst and hope for the best.
And so Ilya FaceTimes and tells Shane that they're getting a team puppy.
Yes!
Bless. We love Team Puppy.
He's so close.
Your dog shadowing was potentially maybe just a little bit correct.
He means several things. Several he's are very close. And Shane's about to be close several times, but that's a separate thing.
So Shane asks if Ilya's going to let anybody else play with the puppy. Ilya says, maybe. And then he's like, oh, good game last night. And, oh, by the way, so Ilya is, like, they're FaceTiming. Ilya's sitting outside at his home. Shane is in bed. It's, like, the next morning or something, I think.
It's the next morning, yeah. And, okay, I love the quote. He lifted a McDonald's cup and took a long
Simp. He is a long simp.
He is a long
9
simp.
inches to be exact.
He lifted a oh my God. He lifted a McDonald's cup and took a long sip of something that was, at best, Coke, but could possibly be a chocolate shake. Shane decided to ignore it. I feel like Ilya Rosanov would love McDonald's, like, frozen coffee drinks, just like my father does. Like, I just went on vacation with my family and I left a little bit before everyone else because I had other plans. And my dad had to like drive me to the airport. And as I'm like sitting in the airport, my mom sent a screenshot to the family group chat of my dad's like Find My Friends location because he had like gone to a McDonald's on his way back. And mom was like, oh, great. Taking Mel to the airport just like made dad's day. And I was like, if there is a McDonald's within 10 miles, my father will find it and he will be getting his little like mocha chocolate smoothie essentially every morning.
Somebody tell Ilya about the dirty Dr. Pepper. Mac fucking loves him. And that's my Mac mention. That's my fiance. I love him. Anyway.
But what was pissing me off is I'm like, Coke and a chocolate shake are not in the same cup.
No, if it was a chocolate chip, it'd be clear. That being said, also, if it was a chocolate chip,
they used to be though.
If it was a chocolate shake, it'd be clear. Yes, they used to be. So
I think the McDonald's
this is
cups
2020.
are clear.
This is 2020. I think by 2020 the cups were clear. At the very least, the milkshake cups were clear. The other thing is this is morning, so it's like So for the morning, Ilya drinks a coffee or a chocolate shake, and I'm like,
or Coke.
I'm like, Ilya, my God. Again, I've asked the question before. I know he's an intense athlete who works out a lot and burns a bunch of calories, but I'm like, I sense no protein in this. How are you building your muscles?
I I will say I used to
How much protein's in a McGriddle?
Like
How much protein's in a
15
chocolate
grams?
shake? Like, there's milk in there. There's protein.
Like 6 grams or so, 10 grams, something low.
You got real close. I was gonna say that I used to wake up, or I used to work a shift that was 4 a.m. to 1 p.m. And so I would take my lunch break at like 8 a.m. And Taco Bell was the only place that wasn't serving only breakfast. And so I would go get like a Crunchwrap Supreme and a Dr. Pepper or like some sort of soda at 8 a.m. I can tell you how much protein is in things.
Yeah, how much protein is in a McDonald's milkshake?
Did they get rid of their fucking thing? Hello?
Yeah, they don't have milkshakes.
Okay, I just Googled chocolate shake. It came up online.
You can't order it apparently, so that's crazy.
Okay, so in a small chocolate shake at McDonald's, there are 12 grams of protein.
Okay, so the first fallacy with that statement is that you're assuming Ilya Rozanov is getting a small chocolate shake.
Okay, so in a large chocolate shake at McDonald's, there are 18 grams of protein.
Probably for like 700 calories, which is a terrible ratio.
800 calories, yeah.
I will say,
it's not good.
The reason that McDonald's has a protein picks option, like a section on their menu, is because of Ilya Rozanov, I'm sure. There's 20 grams of protein in a double hamburger.
Anyway, Shane asks if Ilya really stayed up that late to watch the game. Ilya says he was mostly partying.
So Shane is like, oh, I saw Rose. And Ilya says, oh, I saw the photos. And, they say you're back together. Congratulations. Very happy for you.
I need to say that the audiobook narrator was really kicking his pussy up the wall when he delivered his line.
Hey, what does kicking his pussy up the wall mean?
Don't worry about it.
Wait, what? I'm sorry.
That's what... Do you not see the line I wrote? I need to say that this audiobook narrator was kicking his pussy up the wall when he delivered his line.
I don't know what that means.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
You can't just say that.
Oh, it's a Dan and Phil thing. To do something exceptionally well, to perform outstandingly, or to completely exceed expectations?
I see. Okay.
I didn't think... I would not give this audiobook narrator that credit.
It's made... not for the entire performance, but for this line delivery in specific, I'd be like...
No. I mean, but he said, very happy for you. And I'm like...
Oh, I'm envisioning it, because I don't listen to the audiobooks, I'm envisioning it a little bit like the not so gay you can't fuck Rose Landry, like a very happy for you kind of vibe.
Shane wants to tell him what Rose said, and Ilya says she wants you back.
He's like, can I tell you what she said?
Nope. She wants you back. No, shut up. She said maybe we should make like a backup plan in case our secret gets out. And Ilya is like, well, what would the backup plan be? And Shane's like, I have no fucking clue. We either stick to our plan, or if our secret gets blown, we're fucked, right? That's not how you form a plan.
Again, I say secret third option
frustrated.
is come out before the decision is taken from you.
Or like prepare a statement in advance, or sit with your agent and talk about, she has expertise in this kind of thing. Sit with her and talk about what this might entail, like what might happen.
Your agent has expertise in being a gay hockey player dating your rival. Like, come on.
Yeah, exactly.
You're not taking advantage of the expertise there.
Listen, we don't know what Farrah got up to before she became an agent.
Mm-hmm. She's had plenty of affairs. And so... Ilya says, oh, someone might notice my hard eyes. And Shane's like, your what? And he says, my hard eyes. Hayden says, I look at you with hard eyes.
Crying.
And I can finally now, so as you may have noticed, if you're a particular kind of person, I've been making a lot of Dan and Phil references. And that's because when I heard hard eyes, I heard hard eyes howl in my brain. For those who don't know, Dan and Phil, the YouTubers, they're together. They hid their relationship for 16 years before publicly coming out. And part of like the invasive parasocial relationship their fans had with them was every time that Dan would look at Phil for pretty much more than 5 seconds or whatever. And like in the context of, oh, they were in a relationship. Yeah, sure. A lot of those looks might have been out of love, but most of the time it's just Dan looking at Phil as he's speaking. And the fandom dubbed that look Heart Eyes Howl.
Fellas, is it gay to look at your friend when he's speaking?
That photo that you've included though, that's gay.
That was this is the first photo that came up when I Googled hard eyes howl. And that's why I say most of the time.
That's hard eyes.
Yeah. So yeah, that's hard eyes, quote unquote, I guess. I'm not trying to be parasocial about Dan and Phil, even though I kind of am. But the idea of many people paying attention to Ilya and Shane like that and being like, is Ilya staring longingly at Hollander, at Shane. It's like nobody really cares about that unless you're weird. And if you're already weird like that, then like I can't help you. No one can.
No, the girlies on Tumblr, I'm sure, have every Holanov interaction cataloged, and they're writing their little hockey RPF fanfics on AO3. Like, I know the girlies in this universe are clocked in.
There is a very large subsection of the heated rivalry fandom that has completely misunderstood the story, like completely. And so they now talk about like rookies and things in this way as if they're like book characters, and it's super problematic, super disturbing.
Oh, like in real
and
life.
Like, yes, and like RPF it all now. And I'm like, oh, you missed like the whole, like reading comprehension is in the toilet. Y'all missed the entire point of these books.
I mean, hockey RPF has kind of always been a thing. Like, yeah, but there's like a joke I've seen a couple times where it's like, imagine you're reading a really great fic on AO3 and you go and you click on the author and like to see if they've written anything else for this fandom, and the only other things that they've written is like 50 stories of hockey RPF.
Listen, you gotta get your start somewhere.
So then Ilya says, I look at you and I am just, and Ilya opens and closes his fist several times in front of his chest. My heart goes crazy, you know?
And then Shane's heart also goes crazy. And you know what? Also, my heart went crazy. I'm
like, oh my God.
This is the same as last book when he's talking about his freckles and take my breath.
Yeah. Well, and I love that Shane goes, you should see a doctor about that.
Way to try to play it off. I can just tell. The way I hear this in my head is like an almost sort of like a breathless, like, you should see a doctor about that. You know, it's almost like a wow genetic. I imagine it that way. Genetic is like, oh, you should see a doctor about that. You know, just like a very soft, trying to play cool.
And then Ilya just grins and shakes his head. He's like, nope, it's just being in love, I think. I'm like, lover boy Ilya Rozanov, the lover boy of all time.
You know what I love about Ilya is that he loves being in love.
The second that man had permission to love Shane, he became the world's biggest simp, and I love this for him.
Good old-fashioned lover boy.
Shane then says, I fucking miss you so much. I wake up alone every day, and it sucks. And Ilya says, I know. 4 more days. And just to remind everyone, they haven't seen each other since chapter 6. And like where we left off last time we were together in person was with the how many men have you been with conversation. So, not great. Also, they're not going to have time to see each other before the game. And Ilya says maybe he'll kiss him during a face-off, which Shane says he's pretty sure would be a face-off violation.
And Ilya's like, you're a nerd.
And Shane also says he's naked right now except for his glasses.
I love that Ilya's like, we should take this to my bedroom.
Yes, we really should. And, you know, phone sex ensues, I'm sure, but we don't get to see it because the chapter ends. But we will be getting in-person sex in 4 days.
Mal, there was phone sex. Did you not read the phone sex?
Guys.
Like, did you not see the messed up bed?
Guys,
and
no.
the open ginger ale can?
Media literacy is dead, and it starts with Mal. Anyway, chapter 11.
Chapter 11, we open up on the face-off.
And no one kisses anyone.
And it says they'd done this dance so many times, but this time felt the hardest. Ilya hadn't seen his boyfriend in 3 weeks, and now he was inches away from him, heart-stoppingly beautiful and completely forbidden.
No, the way that he's locked this man down and still manages to be a diabolical yearner, no one is doing it like Ilya Rozanov, for real. Ilya asks if he has plans after the game. Shane says he's wide open, and Ilya kind of tries to communicate with his eyes, you will be. And Shane licks his lips in a way that says, message received.
He's like, my plans are gaping wide.
And so is my asshole.
And Shane licks his lips in a way that tells Ilya that he got the message. Ilya wins the face-off, and then at one point they are fighting for the puck, and Shane asks if Ilya has any more tricks for him, and it distracts Ilya because Ilya's like, what did you just, like, he's shocked because Shane doesn't normally do this.
Shane doesn't usually try to fluster him with secret sexy messages. He's too locked in on hockey.
Shane skates up to get the puck. They slam against the board, and Shane's like, my asshole is ready. And then just
Ilya's like, God.
And Ilya's like, literally just frozen.
It's like, oh my God. And then later in the period, Ilya tells him he doesn't think he needs tricks. And I'm just like, imagine being someone who's like put money on this game, finding out that the two main guys were like talking about gay sex the whole time. Like, you bet money on some guy's foreplay.
I lost my shit when I read this, and I'm losing my shit now hearing it. Mal, you're funny.
Thank you. I also just like, I think sports betting is really dumb. And so any chance to make fun of sports betting, I'll take.
I hate every time I go like on Instagram or whatever, and the fucking, what's that betting app? Fucking
DraftKings or whatever.
Yeah, I get so many fucking ads for that. Oh, join DraftKings, you'll get like a free $10. I don't want to fucking bet! Anyway.
Robert has other things that they're addicted to. They don't need to add betting into that, okay? Thanks.
Gambling makes me too nervous. Like,
oh my God, we need to find that email and read it at some point. We got an email from someone who works like in a casino, and they explained like the rules, and they were like, here's advice from me as someone who works in a casino. Don't do this. Like, come with cash and nothing else, and leave when you run out of cash. Like, they sent us this great email about it months ago. It was wonderful.
So they didn't see each other before the game, but Ilya is going to be, gasp, skipping his team flight back to Ottawa tomorrow to stay an extra day with Shane.
I like that you gasped and then said gasp.
Yes, I do
like,
both. I contain multitudes.
Knock, knock.
He says that he's never done this in all their years of sneaking around, which is wild to me. Like, what's the point of having the foundation if you're not going to use it as your excuse, you know?
It's also really funny to me that Coach Weeb just doesn't care. Like he comes up with this whole convoluted story about like needing to stay to do like meetings for a charity, and Coach Weeb's like, okay, dude, I don't care. We'll see you in the next city.
It's a day off. Have fun.
Yeah, and like, Ilya's like so worried that he's going to see through him, and I'm like, okay, consider this man is new. This man has no idea that this is not a regular thing. Like, he doesn't know that you're not having meetings with Shane. I mean, you are having meetings with Shane every time you're in Montreal, but he doesn't know that you're not having like official charity meetings.
I was very interested in the parallel of Shane is doing something on the ice that he doesn't normally do, and it flusters Ilya. And now Ilya is doing something that he's never done before.
And Ilya is also anxious about it in a very Shane way, I think. Like the flirty chirping on the ice is very Ilya, and then the being like so anxious that like my story's not good enough, they're gonna see through me, feels very Shane to me. So it's we take turns.
And I think that shows how compatible they are, and if they would talk about things, they would be a lot more understanding of each other than either of them realizes.
On God, we're gonna get these men some communication skills.
Smack their heads together, and not in the fun way, I'm saying.
So Evan Slurstra asks Ilya if Hollander is giving him trouble. Ilya says always.
The score is 2-1 for Montreal because of some great saves from Wyatt.
And clearly 2 misses.
It's always funny when you watch hockey and you're like, yeah, goalie, you blocked some goals. Woo, goalie, what the fuck? Why'd you let some goals through? What the fuck?
Yeah.
I love Wyatt Hayes so bad. Okay, I love him. He has like a highlight reel worthy save and immediately starts asking Ilya about the weather and whether he thinks he'll be able to take his bike out on a trail tomorrow. Like,
that's like peak autism right there.
No, this man is so just neurodivergent king, and I love him. I'm sure he's sitting there and he's thinking about like Avengers movies half the time.
No, I know, and I'm like, this is a happily married man with a bombshell wife, like, and he's just a little fucking nerd. I know. Oh my God.
And he's also kind. Of course
he married a pediatrician because like he's a child. So I'm kidding.
Like, okay, listen, Wyatt Hayes, I loved him before. Like, Tough Guy was the second to last of the books that I read, and his role in Tough Guy like made me love him even more. I would die for Wyatt Hayes.
I think that I love I'm sure it'll be, gosh, what is it, in next episode or the one after that? I don't remember, but I love the Ottawa Wops. I think they're great. And so he's like, hey, score a goal, would you? And so, well, I love the little details of like, even in the show, we got the little details of like a toe drag and tapping the stick on the ground. I love in the book, we get the moments of like Ilya coming up to like tap Hazy on the pads, you know? And like, I just love the little buddy shit.
Yeah, I love him telling Ilya to score a goal when, like, last time we had him telling Ilya, like, we could start winning. Like, that would get people to come to it. Like, it's just...
And so he does. He's like, oh, okay, absolutely, of course. Now we just need to have Hazy saying that shit to Ilya more often. Tell him to score more often. Apparently he does very well when he's instructed to score. And so then Ilya, I'm imagining like a princess wave to the Montreal crowd after he scores.
And Shane tells him to knock it off. Ilya blows him a kiss. The ref threatens to give him an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty. Like, even if they weren't fucking, this seems extreme.
Very homophobic.
The homophobia is so prevalent that you think this is unsportsmanlike. Like, this is something I would do. I get my friend out in softball and I'm like making a little heart as they're like, fuck you. You know, like, that's fun. That's part of it. You're like, love to you. They're not allowed to have fun.
No,
never.
So it says, if the ref only knew how much Ilya actually wanted to kiss Shane, he'd enjoyed a brief fantasy as he sat on the bench of pressing Shane against the glass after scoring a goal
over on the bench,
and kissing him breathless. That would shut this fucking crowd up. Love that.
I like how he's imagining the sort of opposite effect of the Scott and Kip kiss, where like Scott and Kip also kissed in like the bench area, and that drove everyone insane.
Ilya's gonna kiss Shane on his penalty box, I'll tell you what.
Oh my god.
Boo.
So we get an incredible exchange with Bood here. Man, Bood said as they skated to the bench, this town hates you. Nah, they wish I played for them. Bood laughed. Hollander would hate that. My good friend Shane Hollander, you mean? There's no way he likes you that much. He loves me, Ilya said plainly. Honestly. Bood, of course, thought he was kidding. Now you're really dreaming. Ilya chomped on his mouth guard to avoid smiling.
Guys, Ilya just wants to talk about his close personal friend, Shane Hollander.
Nothing he said here was a lie.
That's one of those things where I like about like, oh, the best way to hide a secret is to have it in plain sight or whatever. So like, yeah, because of this whole like, oh yeah, we're just bros starting a charity shit, Ilya can say stuff like this and no one's gonna like, everyone's gonna not bat an eye and be like, okay, yeah, sure, bro, whatever.
He'd be like, Shane Hollander loves me, and know that it's true, and everyone's gonna be like, okay, haha, great chirping, Roz. So then Luca scores his second NHL goal. Great for him. Eat shit, Drapeau.
I don't know who Drapeau is, but eat shit.
The Montreal goalie.
I still don't know who he is. Do we meet him in another book?
We've talked to him.
Do we get to know him in another book?
Well, he's not gay, so.
No. Anyway, 2 minutes later, Shane scores. And then we get another incredible exchange, this time at a face-off between Shane and Ilya. That was rude, Ilya said when they bent for the face-off after. What, trying to win? Couldn't even let poor Haas enjoy that for a couple of minutes? Maybe I'll explain to you how hockey works later, Shane said dryly. If that's what you want to do, Ilya said, later. Ilya won the face-off. Like, something about the, do you want me to explain how hockey works later?
Is that what you want to, that's what you want to do? I brought way too much lube for that to be the plan.
But I also love that Shane's kind of like, fuck them kids, like, get good. I'm not going to celebrate your second ever NHL goal. I got hockey to win.
That would be gay.
Gang, this note is in my color, so I know I wrote it. I don't remember what the fuck I'm talking about. It just says, when does Shane Hollander become Lightning McQueen? I don't know what I'm talking about. In Cars 3, there's like the new on wave of like faster, more efficient, younger cars. And Lightning McQueen is like, fuck the younger, cool cars. I'm still the champ, even though he keeps losing. So I think that's what I was going for.
Okay, thank you.
I'm a winner, says the loser.
So now Tanner Dillon is catching strays again. Justice for my man Tanner, who absolutely deserves the hate for fucking up a pass and giving the puck back to Shane. But Ilya again thinks how much he needs a better right winger. And I'm going to say again, I know where you can get one if everyone gets really cool about a lot of things really quickly.
Ilya Rozanov, I have an idea.
The team puppy is literally the best right winger. I can't wait. Airbud, puck bud. I can't
There
wait.
ain't no rules that say a dog can't play hockey.
Exactly. It's not in the bylaws.
Somebody write this fan fiction where it's Airbud, but instead it's the fucking
Puck
the
Buddy.
fucking hockey dog.
Instead of Puck Bunny, it's Puck Buddy.
Yes!
I'm 90% sure there's an Airbud movie, either in the same universe or a parody or whatever, where it's a
About
dog playing
hockey?
hockey. I'm 90% sure.
And there should be. Dogs would be good at hockey.
Why were there so many dog movies growing up, like the Beethoven movies?
Damn, I can't believe Camille hates dogs.
I'm not a dog person. I don't hate dogs. I do not hate dogs. I am not a dog person.
I would have never guessed that.
They can't see your face. They don't know that you're being sarcastic.
I was trying to put it in my voice.
What?
You?
Not a dog
A cat person? No.
You
anyway.
can be a cat person and a dog person. I am not.
You're just yeah.
Or in Mal's case, you're a lizard person.
Yes.
Mal is a lizard.
I'm a reptile person because I'm going to get a snake soon.
So the conspiracy theorists were right.
So Shane passes to JJ, who then shoots the puck directly into the side of Ilya's knee.
The way you wrote this makes it sound like it was on purpose. What ends up happening is that Ilya is basically trying to screen the net and unfortunately ends up in just the right position as to where the puck hits him in the side of the knee, which is...
The ref asks if he needs a doctor, but Ilya gets up despite describing his knee as a, quote, fiery ball of pain. So, not great.
And it's the same ref as earlier who had threatened him with an unsportsmanlike conduct.
And then my King Wyatt says blocking shots is his job, and that's why he has all these pads. So true, King. Why didn't we think of that?
My God, it's genius.
He's like, I'm a crab. Hello. And okay, he's like, so it doesn't hit me directly in the fucking kneecap? And he's like, it wasn't my kneecap. It was the side of my knee. And he's like, oh, you mean where you have no pads? Great.
Ilya stood up with some effort. The crowd clapped for him, but he knew it was half-hearted. The Montreal fans would probably prefer to see a puck go clean through his torso.
I just think this is so funny. Like, a puck through his torso?
I also think this is funny, but the idea of Ilya dying here, I'm like, hey, so someone needs to write a fic where Ilya dies during this part of the game. And shut up, Baby 00 or Baby 00, I'm giving you this for free. If the Shane dying where he gets checked fic is called So Close, then this one that I'm proposing should be called And Yet So Far.
Robert, hey, we should unpack why you want them to die on the ice so bad.
Probably the same reason Robert wants to save people and then die.
When you finish this book, I have some great Ilya dies fanfics that I can send your way. So just
Yay!
be ready for that.
All I'm saying is I'm fucking cooking. There's somebody out there who heard me say this fic should be called And Yet So Far, and they like put their phone there and are like, fuck, that's genius.
It is genius, but please continue listening to this episode for our analytics before you pause and go do something else.
Before you leave to go write your fanfic.
Somebody get Baby 00 on the fucking pod anyway.
So I will say that the image, like it's kind of visceral. Like they would be, it's almost like gladiators. Like the crowd is just like, yeah, kill him, which is like, I'm that.
The chair, give him the chair.
I am the person in the crowd who's just been like, just kill him. Like I remember specifically, and I was joking, but still. But like the image in my head of him being in pain and the crowd just kind of being like, when he gets up is like, oof. It's so painful because, again, Montreal is never going to accept Ilya Rosanov. Ever. 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 And they prove it every chance they get. And I think that is hard for Shane you have to consider, Ilya is not in Montreal every night, Shane is. So Ilya is allowed to dream and think of the future and think of how things could be because he sees how things could be because there are queer people in his life. Shane doesn't have queer people in his life, and he's in Montreal, who has proven every single time, we will not accept this man. We hate this man. We would like to see him die, actually.
We want that puck to go clean through his torso.
On a lighter note, I was thinking about, like, single clapping, and, like, if you could just hear one person clapping, and everyone's like, who is that? And you look over, and it's just Shane Hollander twerking. Anyway.
Camille did make me read a fanfic in which Montreal tries to kill Ilya on the ice. That is on the fanfic spreadsheet.
Yeah, and I wouldn't say it's Montreal. It's two people but yeah, it's a good one. It's written really well.
It is very, very good.
And the most important thing to me is always, is it in character? I don't like out of character fics. So I like in character and well written.
I will read anything. I've read so many out of character things.
You're 480 tabs.
Yeah, Mal, what's it up to now?
No, we're back up to 490.
Jesus
damn it.
Christ.
I got down to like 470 something and then I opened a bunch more. Listen, I have a disease.
Ilya heads back to the bench, but Shane skates by to ask if he's okay, and also to let him know, like, hey, Hayes could have stopped that, right?
Yeah, without your
like,
help.
He didn't need your help. Yeah. And Ilya's like, thanks. But then he really is concerned, and he's like, are you okay, though? Like, he double checks, like, you're really okay? Ilya says, maybe no kneeling for a couple of days, and Shane says, I'll have to make new plans then. Shane Hollander is a sex fiend.
Oh my god, yeah.
There's a movie called Eurovision, and it's Will Ferrell. I know you guys hate Will Ferrell, but I love this movie. It's Will Ferrell and Rachel McAdams, and there's a moment in the movie where he's like, let's just go sex nuts. And that's what I'm like, Shane is sex nuts.
But it is also funny that it's like, Ilya's the one who has to jerk off every day. Like, Shane doesn't, but God, when it happens, he's crazy. So we cut straight to sexting, and I would really like to do a dramatic reading. Does one of you want to do a dramatic reading of the sexts with me?
I'll do a dramatic reading of the sex with you, Mal.
Okay, great. I'll be Shane. Okay, you be Ilya.
I love being a toxic top, yes, so.
Where the fuck are you?
In traffic.
God, the accent. Fuck, where?
Montreal? I don't fucking know.
Hurry up.
Okay, I will ask the driver to make the car fly. Jesus Christ. Okay, I will ask the driver to make the car fly.
Are you over the bridge yet, at least?
You seem a bit horny.
I'm fucking dying.
I don't want to read this line while talking
they were signing up for. Do you need me to take over?
I can do it. It's just acting. Get yourself ready for me then.
What do you think I've been doing for the past 20 minutes?
Oh my god. You better not come without me.
Then you'd better hurry up.
Wait, that was Scottish.
I heard. I don't care. I heard it go.
Take it from the top.
Not from the top. No. You better not.
And so now Ilya's hard in an Uber. Shane's at home fingering himself,
Wait. I have to explain the reference again.
Shout out to the group chat, hard in an
we
Uber.
We have a group chat. It's me, Mal, Aaron Hattemer, and trauma therapist Miranda, and it's called Hard in an Uber. So, okay. And? So Shane's at home fingering himself. And we go back to the text messages.
You need something bigger.
I know. That's why you need turmeric. Need to hurry. I mean, fucking voice to text.
Voice to text is my biggest fucking off.
But I'm sitting here thinking voice to text. How did he say need to hurry that it thought it was turmeric?
Need to. And it was like,
yeah, kind of. I guess that's what it would sound like. Here's the thing.
I'm thinking of Hudson Williams going, Rose.
Here's the thing is that with all the bullshit AI they're throwing in my phone, I at least want a decent enough AI that'll fucking understand the words I'm saying. I'm like, I spent God knows how much on this fucking phone, and you're infecting it with all this fucking AI, and it still can't understand that I'm saying the word turtle, I guess.
Yeah, that's why you need turtle. Speaking of AI, this is the first time as we're doing our notes that at the bottom of the notes, there's the little AI sparkle. And I'm like, get the fuck away from my intellectual property. Thanks. These notes are deep. Shout out to Edging. These are like these notes. Tea. Come on.
Initially, when I read the turmeric thing, I was like, is turmeric supposed to make your dick bigger? And then I was like, oh, okay, typo. I see.
It's like, no, turmeric is like an anti-inflammatory. Fun fact. It is.
So if anything, it would make your dick smaller.
The first time I took a turmeric supplement, I had burped later and I was like, why the hell? And then I was like, turmeric. Oh my God, because it tasted so strange. And I was like, what? And then I was like, oh my God, turmeric.
So Shane is instructed to get himself close, but not come. Shane says he accidentally already did this once. And Ilya starts picturing it and calls him a good boy for not coming.
Ilya's mind really gets away from him here. I'm not gonna lie.
There's a quote here. Shane didn't always like that kind of praise, and admittedly, Ilya was usually teasing him when he used it. But not tonight. Tonight, Ilya was proud of him.
Robert, do you remember that one time that you asked us if good boy was ever used?
Yes.
It was a while ago, but here you go. There's another good boy for you.
Anyway, shout out to edging. It's fun to do to someone else.
Thank you for that, Robert. Ilya, meanwhile, starts pressing on his knee bruise to try to calm his dick down. Insanity.
There's allegedly science and like, oh, if you have like chronic pain or whatever, you can like inflict pain to other parts of your body to help alleviate some of it. It's not the exact same science. And also I'm probably wrong because I'm not a botanist, but you know.
Okay. He loved playing these games with Shane. Even though they'd been an exclusive couple for over 3 years and secret lovers for years before that, their sex life was far from stale. Every kind of sex they had was exciting. The frantic, heated, almost aggressive sex they sometimes had after a game or after an argument. The unhurried, exploratory sex they indulged in when they had plenty of time and privacy. The playful, competitive sex they enjoyed when one of them challenged the other. And this. The times when Shane wanted to prove something to Ilya, wanted to be good for him, and rewarded for it after. Ilya fucking loved this sex. And I think, just like in Heated Rivalry, the sex is what's easy and fun for them. Like, their sex life, we got no problems with our sex lives. The communication outside of sex, however, it seems like we have made little progress.
Correctamundo, friend.
Ilya wonders what Shane is doing and if he's maybe using one of his many sex toys he sent him. Ilya was fond of buying Shane presents.
Hot.
They sit down for Shane's birthday dinner, and Una and David give Shane presents. And then they're like, Ilya? And Ilya's like, I have nothing.
Shane's already wearing his present.
And Shane's just like, oh my God.
Again, get Ilya Rosenop into a Spencer's.
No. Oh. Okay, so I know we've had some people, when we did the episode on purity culture, we did hear from a few people who were like, thank you for this. Like, I relate to this a lot, blah, blah, blah. So I just want to say to those people, I did go to like a sex shop months ago, and they were so helpful and so kind. And I was able to just be very honest with them about like what I was looking for and like my circumstances and stuff like that. And they were so incredible and helpful and kind. And like nobody in that store was looking at me. Nobody cared about me. And also they told me, they were like, there's like a Sunday after church rush every week. And I was like, what? And they were like, yeah, it's like middle-aged couples after church. Like there's like a Sunday rush always. And I was like, so anyway, just like, even if you're terrified, give it a chance. You can find a store where the people are amazing and they'll be very helpful and help you to kind of calm down about things. So I encourage people to give it a shot.
Me and my roommates went to a sex store in our neighborhood when I first moved to New York. So these people are not my roommates anymore, but we got to spin a little wheel for free little treats, and I got a keychain vibrator, which I like never used but thought was really funny.
Yeah, perfect for on the go.
Perfect for when you want to be arrested. And so I thought, like, when I went, I literally turned off my location on my phone because I share my location with so many people. And so I like turned it off, and I was sitting there like checking out, and my phone started ringing, and I literally held it up and showed it to the woman at the counter, and it just said mom. Oof. And I was like, you're kidding. Like, great.
Of course.
Great. I answered. No, I didn't.
Hey, Mom, I'm in a sex shop. So Shane tells him that he did it with a fuck you. That was torture. And Ilya says he's 5 minutes away, so run it back. Do it one more time.
One more edge, baby. Let's do it. Ilya gets there 5 minutes later and literally runs to the front door hard as a rock. You wrote in the notes that you're like dying to know what the taxi man thought. I'm like, I wrote a line in perspective of the taxi man. I wrote, I don't give a fuck what that guy's running so fast for. He gave me like $500. I
could just imagine Ilya shoving cash at him and being like, I had Taco Bell, I have to shit, and like running. Cyclospora, sorry.
I imagine Ilya like getting these texts and being like, I will give you $500 if you can get me there in the next 5 minutes.
Like, I will give you $500 if you can make this car fly.
So he finds Shane naked in bed and says, I don't know how you say this. I don't really even want to take a stab at it.
Cher vomi?
Nope, that would be French.
Okay, so Robert, you also thought French. I looked at this and I was like, is he speaking French? Like, did he pick something up from Shane? And then I Googled it. It's not French. It is, in fact, Russian.
I'll say it. Schwarzweissme.
Okay, so that sounds Russian. Mm-hmm. Looking at it written out, I'm like, French, still.
There you go.
Well, yeah, when you put it in like the Cyrillic letters, of course it looks like Russian. But I Googled it, and Google said it essentially means like, damn it. The AI summary said the literal translation is the devil take it. I couldn't find this on an actual website. I only mention it because it's funny, but like take this gay to super hell, like devil take it. And Shane is with it enough to ask if Ilya's knee is okay. He says it's good enough and asks how Shane wants it. And Shane just says, now.
Now.
How do you want it? Now. How do you want it?
What is that? It's Burger King. Have it in a way.
And then, no, to follow up, Ilya then asks if they should use a condom for easy cleanup, and Shane says, fuck no. So Ilya's like, how do you want it? Now, raw. Next question. Actually, no more fucking questions. Just fuck me.
Yeah. Now and raw.
Okay. So here's where the injury comes in. Ilya kneels on the bed and ignores the pain. And I was like, oh, Ilya is ignoring the pain to be present with Shane. That's why it's important to have this injury, is Ilya is ignoring the pain that he's in to just be present with Shane when Shane is there, and they can be present together.
And before we get too filthy with it, we do get a very cute line where he says he missed kissing Shane possibly more than anything else.
So then he's pulling Shane off the bed. He's putting his ankles up on his shoulders and fucking him so hard that he's panting and clawing at the bed sheets. Good for him, honestly.
Good for Shane. Another iconic interaction. My impatient slut, Ilya growled as he fucked him. Could not even wait for me. Just, Shane gasped, being efficient. So good, Ilya said, punctuating his words with thrusts. At time management.
So he's punctuating with every thrust. It's so good at time management.
Well, no, I think if you look at the periods, so good at time management.
Mm-hmm.
Da. Oh my god, he's fucking Shane in iambic pentameter.
No.
This is romance.
Listen, no. Rachel Reid could write Midsummer's Night, but Shakespeare could never write Heated Rivalry.
I feel like the amount of like dick jokes in Shakespeare, he absolutely could. I don't know. Every time they have like a silly little something while they're having sex, like when Ilya does the like, you just like exercise, you're really good at time management. Like it's just every time it takes me out.
I keep saying that communication, like, it's failing even their sex, but, like, they still kind of communicate of, like, oh, I see you. Like, they still have the I see you part of sex going on pretty strong, I think. They just don't have the, like, we need to talk about our emotions and issues part of sex anymore.
Ilya asks Shane how many days it's been, and Shane says however many days it's been since we last had phone sex, and Ilya's like, 4 days ago. Like, oh, whoa.
And so Ilya has been jorking it daily in the time between. Shane has not.
He needs that dopamine, right? He needs that. He's depressed. He needs that hit, you know?
Jorking it is not part of the plan. It's not part of his intense diet. It's not part of keeping his relationship a secret. Like, he can't jork it.
There's no time for jorking it.
Oh, God. So Ilya adjusts the angle. It shades.
I love that Robert's like, I have sex. And then we're like, here, Robert, read this. And Robert's like, like, oh, I'm sorry, Victorian child, have you seen an ankle? Are you okay? Oh, you're so flustered.
Ilya adjusts the angle, and Shane starts jorking it a little. And they both realize it's too late to stop, so that means Shane's face is right in the line of fire. So he comes all over his own face, and Ilya pulls out and comes all over his chest. And Ilya knows he's gonna get grossed out by this soon, but he apologizes to Shane, and Shane's like, are you kidding? That was hot as fuck. Holy shit.
Let's just go sex nuts.
This is crazy.
No, I like that it says that they both know each other very well, okay? And I think there are little things throughout these chapters that point that out. And so I like the fact that Ilya's like, in about 2.5 seconds, he's going to be super grossed out. And then after it says, like, Shane goes, ugh. And it's like about 2.5 seconds later, Shane's like, ugh.
Yeah, he knows him.
Ugh.
Like I said, they still have the I see you, I know you part of sex and their conversations going on. They just don't have anything else.
We can communicate with our bodies, but not with our words. So Ilya checks in, makes sure that he's okay and not hurt. Shane says he's fucking great, but he needs a shower or at least a cloth. And so Ilya returns with several warm, damp cloths and cleans Shane's entire body.
I was thinking about how this whole thing about Ilya cleaning Shane up is something you never would have got in Heated Rivalry, ever.
No, 100% no.
I also really like that, like, Ilya brings multiple cloths for different parts of his body, and that, like, one thing about the sex for Shane in Heated Rivalry is, like, of course he was so disgusted during foreplay, and, like, the homophobia of it all was so intense with him. But here, this is so vulnerable to, like, have Ilya clean him up and then also just be like, just gonna pay a little special attention just because it seems like you like it. Like, that never would have happened in Heated Rivalry. They've come a very long way, and a lot.
They really have.
They're coming. Yeah, we do that a lot.
And so there's a very cute little moment where Shane tangled his fingers in Ilya's hair as they kissed, and Ilya sighed into his mouth. It was so fucking unfair that they had to endure so many days without this.
So, hey, not to ruin the cute moment, we're failing to mention that Ilya taps Shane's butthole, like, every time he passes a cloth over, and Shane goes like, and it's funny as fuck.
No, that's what I was saying, is, like, that's so sweet. It's so sweet, because that's very vulnerable.
You heard it here first, folks. Camille thinks it's sweet to tap your partner's butthole.
Consensually, sure.
You know what? I think instead of tapping your partner's shoulder, you should tap them on the butthole to get their attention. Boop, boop. Hey, buddy.
Consensual butthole taps.
Oh, and so Ilya says that Shane is so beautiful. And Shane says, not bad yourself. And Ilya says, we can shower in the morning, yes? And Shane says, yeah, come here.
Who are you and what have you done with Shane Hollander? No shower?
He got fucked too good. Like, I put him to sleep. Somebody call Ilya NyQuil because he's been putting Shane to sleep.
No, but it's like they both came all over Shane. And he's like, nah, I don't need a shower. Like, again, like you were saying, Camille, he's come so far, because I think, you know, during the Heated Rivalry days, he would have died just on the spot, I think.
And that's the third fanfic that Baby Double O writes.
Good God.
Die on the ice, die in bed.
Ilya stretches out beside Shane and rolls him so that he can spoon him from behind. Shane curled against him easily, automatically, holding Ilya's hand where it lay in front of Shane's belly.
Screaming, crying, throwing up. When is it my turn?
We will work hard during softball to find you a wife.
That's why I made Robert sign up for softball with me. So I was like, on God, you're finding my wife. Because I can't be trusted to do it alone.
Mac and I have been like, we want more friends. We need more of our single friends to get into relationships. So that's you're doing it for selfish reasons. I'm doing it for selfish reasons. And,
Great.
And it's like two negative numbers. They equal a positive.
And so they're laying in bed, and Shane says, hi, sleepily. And Ilya says, hi.
Once again, we're giving Heartstopper.
Okay.
And that's Fault in Our Stars. Okay.
Yep, I know.
Robert is obsessed with death.
So what's in store for their big day and night together tomorrow? Tune in next time. Robert, what do you think they're going to do with their day off that they're not spending time talking about the Foundation?
This really feels like the setup for a fight of some kind or some kind of altercation. This really kind of feels like the calm before the storm. I don't know why I'm getting that specifically, that vibe from here, but that's my prediction.
Okay.
I see.
Mm-hmm. I love that somebody was like, I like the silence after Robert makes a guess, and then moving on.
Moving on. And I look away so that Camille and Mal don't give away with their eyes.
Someone on YouTube commented, and they were like, I love that Robert is, you know, that this is true, and Robert can enjoy this thing, blah, 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 blah. And then someone commented and was like, well, actually, and they were like, yes, it was a joke. They were like, yeah, I was joking. Well, any final thoughts on these chapters?
This one is a little bit of a shorter one because we've got their big day tomorrow. Their big day off in Montreal.
It's the best day ever.
Do you know where that's from, Mal?
Yes.
Are you
Listen,
sure?
I keep seeing memes that are like, not watching SpongeBob growing up is a lifelong social handicap, and I really feel that when I hang out with you guys.
Oh, all right. Well, if that's all, so long, fellow losers. The Pit Crew podcast is created and produced by us, Robert, Mal, and Camille. It's edited by Robert. You can find us on Threads, Instagram, and YouTube at Pit Crew Podcast. If you feel so inclined, please consider supporting us by subscribing to our Patreon at patreon.com/pitcrewpodcast. You can also find our merch at Pit Crew Shop on Etsy. Our art is by Rand Pacoca. He can be found on Instagram at Rand Pacoca. All patient questions and concerns can be emailed to pitcrewpodcast@gmail.com. This isn't a Taco Bell, but we do appreciate a 5-star rating and a review wherever you get your podcasts. Be sure to schedule a follow-up appointment with a nurse before you go. See you next time.